Alright guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. Painting from the heart, sitting outside on this beautiful day in November. Man, it's great. I think I can hear my neighbor over there blowing the leaves off his yard. It don't get no better than this. Come along, we're going to see what we can paint here. Follow me along. We're still working on all this background stuff. So we're going to keep all this stuff in the background. Don't be afraid to kind of dull your edges a little bit. We're working with acrylics, very simple to work with. Raw lumber. Again, I'm just trying to get some colors in here and get this background in here a little bit. Because what we're actually painting is going to be this little tree we have here in the foreground. But you can't point the foreground without something being in the background. So I'm just trying to get some colors down in here that will give us a background color in there. So I'm just kind of rolling that raw lumber off these other colors. And this is just a big brush painting right here. I'm just using a big brush. But we're going to come back in with smaller brushes in a little bit. We're just trying to get something on here right now. Keep this stuff in there. Why I have some of these colors, different colors, I'm not afraid to cut me in another tree back there somewhere. You know, put it in there, put it in there. We had trees going up into there, we got to cut into there. But also some of that in our sky color. I'm going to grab some more raw lumber up in here and get it up in here. So we had trees heading off into the sun up here and forking off over here. And another tree back in here, and just maybe one in an angle going up in there. Trees are funny. They overlap, they grow, they just everywhere. They're all racing for that sunlight. Got a limited amount of sunlight. They all want it. They're all trying to get there. So don't be afraid to draw it that way. Don't be afraid to paint that way. Get one tree in front of the other. The different colors, add a little bit, touch ultramarine blue, get a little bit darker. Catch another tree coming up in here. Didn't get that mixed too well, but we're getting blended in here. There we go. We got paint to paint into. Let's cut him in. There we go. Got a tree heading off that way. A little stroke up in there. All these colors come together. Just make it happen. When we start painting, but what we're wanting to paint is going in front of all this. We've got to have this back there. We've got to have some colors in there. Grab a little sap green, mix in with that color right there, get my pine trees in there. So there's that other old pine back there in the woods. He's back there in the woods, so I want to keep him back there. So what I see, little greenery over in here. Just way back there in the woods. It's just, we know it's there, but it's not right up on us. We ain't really worried about it. A little more sap green. Just blended it in a little bit with this other colors I had mixed over here. Just put your colors together, do some mixing. Carry it on down, roll your brush, get some of that green in there. I like that color. I get a color I like, I'm not afraid to put it on there. And I can bring more colors across the top of it. I'm gonna grab some of this burnt sienna. Just that red color, I love that red color. That's a great fall color. Just get it on there, then chop it in with some strokes. Get some paint on that canvas. That's just a good fall color. Get in here with some of this greenery over here. Just to get it on there. There's that green. Let's get some back up in the woods. Yeah, there's back there in the woods. Blend it in. Tell you what, working with acrylics will teach you to paint faster. There's nothing wrong with painting faster. I've learned to paint. Learn to get paint on the canvas. Learn to get it on there. Yeah, that's a good fall leaf color on top of all them other colors out there. Get it in there. Kind of look where the leaves, where the trees grow, where your leaves are out there. I have the leaves up here in the top part of these trees. And our sun's now shining back through there. Get some of that little color down into here and just carry it everywhere. And let your brush strokes show. Guys, ain't nothing wrong with brush strokes. And don't try to hide everything and move it out of the picture. Keep it in there. Got a few little, grab some of this yellow ochre up here, mix that in with that. Get some little sunlight color up in here where the sun might be hitting back in there. Put that over in here. Some places you'll have the sunlight coming through them trees. Grab that yellow ochre. Just grab some sunlight down in there. See? The sights get down under that tree. Put that little bit of blue up there. A natural color there. And I think we've about got our background where we want it. A little bit of light on the side of that hill going up right back in there. That pretty well gives us a background. And that's all that ever was. It wasn't nothing but a background back there for what we're getting ready to do. And I'll tell you what, we need to get our greenery right across the front. There's a band of greenery going there, so I'm going to grab a lot of sap green right now and just cut it in here. This is the edge, this is my ground. This is where the ground falls. It's coming from off the hill, coming across the yard like that. I'm going to grab a lot of water. I'm going to grab my sap green. Just look at this in here. So the bottom of those trees are cut off because they're down over a hill. They're not right here in the yard. They're back in the background somewhere. That little bush is going along the bottom. Let's cut that. Now we're laying in the yard. Putting it in there. Just lay that yard in there. Remember, it's something to paint into is all it is. And that yard is coming on that pier. That throws everything way off down in the holler. So grab a lot of that sap green. Just get it in there. Something to paint into. That's all we're doing. Something to paint into. Lay it in there. We're trying to cover a whole lot real quick. Let's lose those right there. There you go. You put paint on that, we'll get rid of that. See, let those strokes show through. I'm going to grab a little bit of that sienna in there, that burnt sienna with my sap green. Just get it brown. So that makes a good brown color, good foreground color. Put the paint down there. And there we go. Guys, if it don't scare you, you ain't painting. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? It'll come back to you. I'm gonna grab some of that white and put in there with that. My sap green. Some of that raw lumber there, or burnt sienna. So I kind of want to develop that edge right along here. Something to blend that into. See, that'll cover up those trunks. See, that made those trunks get out of that picture. White makes it very opaque. It'll cover up anything there that's giving you a hard time. That just took that stuff out. That's going to come on up the hill a little bit. So that gives kind of a background where the sun's hitting back there, but not up towards the front. Grab a little bit of that blue, put in there. I'm making my green now, ultramarine blue. And I'm grabbing that yellow ochre, mixing the two together, giving me a good dark green up here in the foreground. Where it's darker right up here in the front. So just mix some colors together. Remember, we don't waste paint. We use every bit of it. Everything we can get. This grass, I want the grass strokes to show. See, we're working on this ground. I tell you what. Y'all come back next time, we'll see where we can go. Y'all come.